Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference. How is everyone doing? I hope you have a beautiful day. You know what? I must say that life is so much better when the weather is beautiful. Yes. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but we'll get into that a little later. Just want to remind you all to please like, subscribe, share, and turn on your notification bells, the ding, ding, ding. Also, feel free to give any video that you see a thumbs up. Hey, Eat Sleep Amazon. How are you, girl? Hope everything was beautiful for you today and including Saturday if you had time off. Hey, A. Productions, A. Productions, meet, eat, sleep, Amazon. I think you guys would be real cool because you both do the Amazon thing. So please get to know each other, follow each other, and check out each other's page. Hey, Jenny B from the block and do my somewhere. Welcome to Hello World. Guys, that is my co-host, Jenny B from the Jenny and Joy Show. I just want to say thank you guys for being here. I definitely appreciate it. How was your day? I hope you guys had a beautiful day. Feel free to talk about it in the chat while I ramble off on how my day went. So today I woke up and I did go to church. And after church, I do my routine. I went straight to the gym because I love the gym. But being how I had really worked out hard yesterday, and if you guys didn't see any of the videos, please go to the Instagram and you'll see one video of the shenanigans that went on. By the time I looked up at the clock, it was almost 11:30, and I had gotten to the gym 7:30 that morning on Saturday. So, yes, guys, it was a fantastic day. And then after that, I went to Verona, New Jersey, and got some guacamole from the guac spot. And then I went to the empanada ladies. Look at that. This is a pizza empanada. And basically, a pizza empanada that was filled, it's not focusing, and I hate that. That was filled to the brim, and it was like this big. Um, where do you live? I don't recall saying anything about wherever you live. Um, so, anyway, guys, today I did go to the gym, and guess what? I was able to push myself up. So, you know those bar things that they have that are probably like maybe, I would say, 3 feet off the ground, and it's enough for you to do like some Olympic type stuff. So for the longest, I've been trying to push myself up. See, I can pull myself up with no problem. And like starting from like my legs straight out and all the way to the ground, I can just push myself up from here all the way up. That's not a problem. But pushing down, that's the problem. But today I did it like 6 times. It was amazing. I definitely was so proud of myself. I was like, I can't wait to tell everybody on YouTube how happy I was to be able to do that accomplishment. So, yes, guys, I was able to push myself up. So, if I can push myself up on that bar, I'll be able to push myself up on the ring. So, on the rings. So, when I'm able to do this, pull myself all the way up, then I'm gonna be able to go down and push myself up. I can't wait to try that. But I'm gonna have to try it when there's practically no one in the gym, just in case I have a hard time actually going all the way up. I don't want people looking at me like, oh, she couldn't do it. So that was my extreme happiness for the day. And also, if you do look at the Instagram, you can take a look at another video I posted. So today was the second day of the Jersey City Food Festival that they have yearly downtown Jersey City. And of course, you'll see me with 3 videos. I took a video of Angry Archie's. Angry Archie's is pretty much a food truck, but today they had a table. They're a food truck that sells crab, lobster rolls, all that good stuff. And usually when I go to them, I get the crab poutine. So it's basically French fries, and they top it with crab, and they put the special sauce on there, and I tear that thing up all the way up and down the street. But I didn't, because I had three places I wanted to stop. I didn't eat that. So I got the crab cakes for my dad, who was with me. And then I got the Belgian waffle. Let me tell you, this one was a mango and pineapple Belgian waffle topped with ice cream. So there was ice cream on, man, I'm sorry, guys. I have to, hey, Libby, I have to take this real quick. Hey, how are you? Is it okay if I call you back? I'm actually on Hello World, unless you want to come on Hello World too and say hello to everybody that's on there. Hello World is my talk show, girl. Eat Sleep didn't tell you all about it? Oh, okay. Okay, give me about 45 minutes, please. I'm sorry. I will. Thank you. Bye. So, guys, that call was very important because she is going to help me figure out how to get my stuff listed on Amazon. So that's very important. I need to talk to her. So I definitely had to take that. So I apologize if you feel like that was offensive, but it really wasn't. Eat Sleep, you know who she is. That was the referral you gave me. Um, hey, Melissa W. Welcome to Hello World. You finally made it. Yes. Yes, guys. The Belgian waffle had pineapples, mango. I mean, like there was sliced pieces of mango, like at least 4 or 5, and pineapple. And the best part about it is, I remember when they had their first event, right? So Jersey City had this event called Jersey City Eats. It was like basically a party at night for adults to go and just go to different booths and eat. So I walked up. There was really nothing there I wanted to eat. It was a dessert thing. I was like, "Oh, that looks good. Waffles and ice cream. Who can pass that up?" I certainly wasn't. And that was the time where I was eating chocolate and all that good stuff. So I tried it. It had the chocolate with strawberries, like sliced strawberries. And this was before I used to be my own face of Be the Difference, because I really wanted Be the Difference to have its own thing, right? I wanted everybody to recognize Be the Difference for the company, not particularly the person behind it. So I took a picture of I took a picture of her with her permission. I took a picture of her, and then I posted and said how wonderful the service was, the dessert was, and everybody should check it out. But she didn't know who it was or Be the Difference was because I didn't say who I was. So I liked doing that. And then when she found out who I really was, she was like, "Oh my goodness." So fast forward to today. When I was there, she actually discounted my waffle and gave me free water. Guys, I was so excited and I felt so good inside. And she told my dad, she was like, "She's always been good to us." And I was like, oh, that made me feel so good inside. Like for somebody to say that about me. And that ice cream tastes even better. Um, and so I ate that, and before we left, she was like, "Can I get you anything else?" I was like, "No, I'm good." Because while I'm pretty sure she would have gotten me something else, I didn't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like it was enough for the gesture that she did. I felt really good about it. I felt like, wow, that was nice of her to think of me like that. And her husband was there. He was the one behind the plate. So check out the Instagram if you want. I believe there's description in the description. There's a ton of links. Please check them out. A-Dub is in the description as well if you want to check out like how to like embroider, how to like make t-shirts and all that good stuff. He has a lot of great information on there, and I watch his channel religiously because there's a lot of good stuff. So definitely get to know each other. And you will definitely like that. Um, what else? Oh, so I also went to Playables, PlayaBowls. Now, that's another startup company that my coworkers introduced me to. And it's pretty much a big bowl of fruit. So, like, I usually get the green bowl, and the green bowl has kale, pineapples, and I believe banana pureed together. And then they top it with granola and they top it with coconut shaving and honey. Let me tell you, that thing is good. So check them out. I think I've spoken about Playa Bowls once before. Um, no, Playa, Playabow. I'll spell it out for you. It's a company that started in 2014 by a couple. And you know how I feel about, you know, startup companies because I'm one. And I definitely, want to support them as much as possible. And it's good food. It's healthy for you. And it's a healthier option than me eating potato chips and chocolate and stuff. So definitely check them out. I think they have franchised themselves and they have like 52 locations. I'm not sure how far across the US they go, but they did start off in New Jersey. Ding a ding a ding. Holla, New Jersey. And it's just a great story. So, guys, if you ever want to start anything up, do it because you never know. From 2014 to 2019, that's a very short time to have 52 franchises under your belt. Bravo to them. So, the topic we have today is called The Grass is Greener Right Here. I think it's really important that we talk about that because a lot of times people look at other people, see them smiling, look at them having fun and enjoying themselves, but really have no idea what their true life is about. So then you say to yourself, man, my life isn't as fun as theirs. And you say, oh, I want to be just like them. I say enjoy what you have because you never know if there's a lot of hell going on behind those closed doors. And if the smiles that you see is just a pretend smile or a smile crying out for help, because there's different types of smiles. And if you pay attention, you'll realize that some smiles are uh, made up, and then there are other smiles that are genuine. So once you um, once you actually study each other, humans, then you'll realize that some people are really crying out for help, but they can't say, hey, I need help. So I say that to say, wherever your life is right now, if you're not going through any type of hell, just enjoy it. And if you don't like where you are at this present moment in your life, then make those adjustments to make it better. Those adjustments are like things like writing a vision board. Yes, the vision board will help you to stay focused on what your outcome would like to be in life. And a vision board is useful for all types of things, from relationships to family to work to money. You think I'm joking around? Try it. Let me see. I guarantee, guys, today, even right now, get a piece of paper right now. I'm serious. Get a piece of paper right now and just put on top vision board, then start your list of what you want to accomplish long term, short term, even today or tomorrow. Focus in on that idea or those things that you write down and see what happens. Some things you'll notice will happen immediately, and then there are other things that will take time because guess what? The reason why things take time is because you have to be in the right state of mind. You have to be ready and willing and open to receive whatever it is that you desire. And remember, we talked about this the other day too. Not everything that you desire will come in the form that you expect. So The grass is greener right here. Think about it, guys. That same coworker, that same friend who you think has it all together, maybe the most depressed person you ever know. They may go home and turn the lights off. Heck, maybe you might be that person. Go home, turn the lights off, and just cry. I mean, like sob and cry because they feel like things can't ever change. This is why I say that we have to be the difference, right? Because your mere presence alone can change someone who may be going through a hard time, their moment, even they may change their perception of the moment, even if it's for a little bit. They'll hold on to that. The person or persons will hold on to that as a reprieve from their help. It's serious, guys. The surface things we focus on so much, but the things that really matter, do we dig deep enough? And that also piggybacks off of your own self. Do you just look at yourself as surface, or do you actually dig deep and say to yourself, like, there's some things I'd like to work out. There's some things that I need to adjust in my life. There's some things that I could do better. There's some things that I desire. But if you don't dig deep enough, you'll never see that the grass is greener or could be greener right there if you only focus. I know, I'll talk about it, personally when I used to wish when I wished that my life was different and that, man, I wish that I could be that person because it seems like they're having so much fun. And then I turn around and see that they hate their lives. And you know what was wrong with mine? Nothing. I was just not content with the current situation, and I never worked on that until more recently. So, guys, you work on you, and you'll see how beautiful your garden and your grass is, how manicured it really is. And yeah, maybe it needs to be mowed a little bit, but you won't notice that it may need to be mowed if you're not focused on yourself. Oh, you want to talk about those celebrities and those beautiful people? While, yes, they are beautiful and yes, they have a lot of power, star power, you have no idea what may go on behind closed doors. Now, I dealt with, a few people back in the day who had some type of status. And all I could remember was like, man, I wish people would stop taking pictures of them. I wish they would just leave them alone because I knew what was going on deep down inside. And while some people never told me specifically, I could feel it. You could see it all over their face because their smile was really a smile crying out for help. But everybody was so enthralled and like, oh my goodness, I just met my favorite person. They didn't realize that they were going through so much hell. So that is why I can confidently say that the grass is greener right here as long as you focus on yourself. Don't worry about other people. And I'm not saying that you should feel sorry for every celebrity because some of them are really happy where they are. But a lot of them, imagine this, you have a lot of money and you have a lot of people around you. All those people around you are pretending, some of them are pretending to really be by your side. Some of them are trying to rob you or are robbing you left and right. So, who do you trust? The same people that you tell your deepest or surface things that you're going through end up telling the paparazzi. And next thing you know, your business is all over the place. So, how do you think they trust anybody? You think that's fun? And then when more people come along, you think that they're going to be that much more willing to allow them in? I'm just saying a celebrity, just using that as a general example. And now imagine just the everyday, plain old everyday us. We do that the same. We do that to each other as well. A lot of times you want to confide in some people, you confide in some people, and then they let you down by telling everybody your business. So now who can you trust? You become so broken that when a genuine person comes along, it's hard to decipher whether they truly are in your corner or just like the other wolves that you let in and tore you to shreds. But at some point, if that has ever happened to you, you do have to start trusting people. I would say try to navigate learning if people are trustworthy by watching them. Watch their actions, watch how they deal with their own selves, watch how they deal with situations, watch how many people actually can say the same consistent thing about them. And also listen to your soul. Your soul, yes. Because a lot of times we get that inkling like, oh, I shouldn't do this, but we ignore it because we're like, it can't be that bad. And then when it happens, you're like, man, I should have listened to myself. So your conscience is a pretty good detective. So again, when you hone in on your own grass, you will realize how much you can really tell just by trusting your own self. How many of you can trust your own self? How many of you? How many of you can look in the mirror for more than a minute and intently, deeply look in the mirror and say, you know what? You are beautiful. Whoever you are, whatever your names are, you're beautiful. You're amazing. You're special. You're necessary. How many of you can say that? If you can confidently say that about yourself, then kudos, you understand that the grass is greener right here. But for people who don't know that, that means it's time for you to focus on yourself, right? That means that life is telling you right this very moment that you need to start looking at yourself because you have a greater purpose. And when you have a greater purpose, if you don't meet that, you will die living a dead life. I'm not saying that you won't enjoy things, but how many people actually live their purpose? You know how much more happy you will be once you start living in your purpose? And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be getting monetary gains by living in your purpose, but it could mean that your whole being will be able to enjoy life. If you don't know, now you know that the most lucrative thing in the world, the most lucrative commodity, the irreplaceable commodity in this world is time. Yes. How many of you understand that time is way more valuable than a dollar? Right? Because we can always recycle dollars and hundreds and thousands, but you can never recycle moments, time, events, days. Let a few more years go by without you enjoying it. Shame on you if you do. Start enjoying life now to the full. You want to learn how you can enjoy life now to the full? Figure out what your purpose is. You want to figure out what your purpose is? I hope you wrote down in your vision boards. I don't even know. I don't want to know what's on your vision board because guess what? When people know about what's on your vision board, that can sometimes turn, you never know who, right? That can turn into a person who may be jealous of you already, just saying, oh, that's not going to happen. Putting doubt on top of your vision or putting doubt, instilling doubt in your head by saying, boy, girl, whatever you are, that can't happen. You're too old. You're too young. You don't have enough. You don't have. So don't tell anybody your vision board. Just look at it every day. Believe in it every day. Say to yourself, this is going to happen. How is it going to happen? That's not up to you to know. Just believe, and everything in your life will start flowing to that vision. You deserve it. You deserve to figure out what it is, your purpose. And, I used to wonder what my purpose was. And people will always say, oh, this is your purpose. All you have to do is figure out your purpose. But they never wanted to give you the how to figure out. I just gave you the how to figure out what your purpose is. I'm not going to just leave you hanging and make you wonder and more confused. This is how you figure out what your purpose is. Spend time with yourself. Get to know who you are. Get to know what your likes are, what your dislikes are, who you are as a person, where you want to see yourself. Write your vision board. Put ideas on there, right? Put ideas of what you want to do. Time, your age, that's obsolete. It doesn't matter, because once you start figuring out what it is, you won't even care how old you are, because you'll be too happy doing what it is that you want to do or want to do vision wise. Or maybe you might even stumble across your purpose by just studying yourself. You don't have time to do that, then you know what? I don't know what else to say. You might as well say you want to throw yourself in the garbage. But you're too beautiful, you're too gifted, you're too beautiful just to throw yourself in the garbage. I care about you too much for you to throw yourself in the garbage. So, if anything, I'm going to be your trainer and be like, did you do your vision board? How's it coming out? Do you look at your vision board? Have you been thinking about it? Have you prayed over it? Have you meditated over it? Whatever you believe in, have you done any of those things? Because you could just write something down, but until you put action, meaning progressively looking at that, saying, ooh, I could see once I have this, I could see what's going to happen. Once I have that, I can see what's going to happen. Your heart and your soul will start moving towards that, right? And that's how you start flowing with life, right? I always talk about flowing with life. You flow with life when you start focusing on the spiritual things and less material things. You're going to be okay. Money will always come. And when you start really doing what you're supposed to do, you're always going to be okay. The money will come. You'll notice that you'll always be taken care of and don't really realize how things could have been done. Maybe you'll even get an increase that you never expected from a different place. Or maybe that increase will come because now you're really doing your passion and you're following your dreams. Maybe you think you had dreams when you were like a kid and you're too old now. Why is it that you're too old? I keep on using the same real story. Remember, if any of you have seen Black Panther, if you've seen that movie, there's a scene where, the Black Panther is fighting for whatever. And then there's an old woman, like the mother, like the head grandmother of the tribe, right? That woman is 83 years old. She has always wanted to be an actress all her life. This was her very first, very first audition, very first part that she got. And the movie that she was in made over $1 billion. How about that? How about that? That is just a perfect example of a real life thing. You can only say it's not a good thing if you've tried it and it wasn't successful. That's okay. But then if you continue to allow life to flow, maybe it will become successful, but you had to go a different route. And maybe that success might be a little different from what you expected. None of us can honestly make an outcome come. But all we can do is actively try to focus on our lives, knowing that the grass is greener right here where you are. Doesn't matter if there's a few brown patches here and there. If you fertilize it properly, if you water it properly by paying attention to where it needs to be fertilized and watered, then it will come back just right. Am I right or wrong? If you don't believe that, then you're gonna have to at least try. I truly mean this from the pits of my guts, from the depths of my soul. The Hello World is all about us learning from each other. I haven't been looking at the chat too much, so I'm sorry if any other new people have come in. But it's about learning from each other, taking what we're learning and actually doing something with it. Because if we don't do anything with it, then this show is a waste of time. And I refuse to do anything in my life any longer that is a waste of time. Well, everything is not a waste of time, but listen, you can't give me back time. No one of us can give each other back time. So I'm going to use this little gift that I have, this flesh, this body, this soul, my eyes, everything that I have to the fullest of my potential. Have I reached all of my potential? No, I don't think so. Can I reach my fullest potential? Absolutely. How am I going to do that? By working consistently every day to be a better joy, to try to be better to people every day, to try to be better to myself, to try to nurture myself a little bit more each day, to pay attention to my needs and my desires, my wants. Pay attention to when I'm having downtimes and what triggers those downtimes. Pay attention to when I'm having those great times and what triggers those great times. And focus more on those things and gravitate more towards those things. Surrounding myself around people like A Dub, Jenny B, you guys. Like I know A Dub personally and I know Jenny B personally because I see them more often than I see every one of you. But I guarantee you, I see a lot of you in the chats like Melissa W. Hey, Jennifer Hayes, I just saw your name. Lynn B too, I see you a lot. Like I see you guys so often that you've been embedded in my life too, but I haven't physically gotten a chance to speak to you. And I think maybe more, you know more about people when you can get that physical touch. I mean, like seeing each other face to face, all that kind of stuff. Like you guys see me face, but I don't see your face. All right, maybe that didn't make sense, but it made sense to me. Let me Jen, I want to give you that little thing, that little wrench thing. Hey, aromatic suns, how are you? Guys, also get to know each other in the chat. If you're not following each other, please do check each other's channels out. And you know what, too? You know, spread each other's channels out. Like to this whole weekend, I was all about supporting other businesses. And while supporting other businesses, I had no problem with posting their business on any of my social media. I don't care. Be the difference. Yeah, be the difference is his own clothing line, his own whatever. But you know what? It's bigger than me. In order for us to get somewhere in life, we have to stick together. When you stick together, you have no idea the impact that you can make in someone else's life. I mean, I guess for Be the Difference, it's okay because it's all about being a difference for anybody. And you guys can take that personally to your own lives as well, to your own circle of people, to your own people that you see at work or wherever else. It's all up to us. Life, God, your maker, whoever you believe in, has given you so much potential in your hands, in your mind, in your speech, in your vision, in your vision, in your heart. If only we just use it to the highest potential that we can. If only we would care more about each other. Go the extra mile, and sometimes going the extra mile is smiling when you don't feel like smiling to a perfect stranger. Saying hello when you really have no reason to say hello to anyone. That is part of your potential. I believe it. Just making other people's lives a little easier because it's hard enough, each and every single one of us, it's hard enough for us to maintain our own lives. It is. It's a work. It's like it's like a 24-hour job. Being in just jumping, I don't want to jump in anybody else's mind, okay? No way. I don't have the strength or the energy to do that because your body, your mind was made just for you because you can handle it, right? So that's another reason why you should be glad that the grass is greener where you are. You want to jump in someone else's shoes? I don't even think half of us can put a big toe in someone else's shoe. It's too hard. Some weights are too much for us to handle, or some weights are too light for us to handle. So what you have is just right. It is amazing. Yes. So love the skin that you're in and try to make the skin that you're in be as beautiful and blossom as beautiful as it can be. Yes. I want you guys to always know that I am here every single night on Hello World between 7 and 9. That means I start between 7 and 9. If you don't catch me at 9, then more than likely, one, I have no Wi Fi, or two, I have no Wi Fi. And I just couldn't get on because I'm determined to be here every single night because I made a promise to myself first and then to you guys that I will be here for all of us to chit chat and to learn from each other and to take what we learn and apply it to our lives. You are beautiful. Your life is necessary. It is important. You are the difference every single day. Yes, you are. Whether you believe that or not, I do. So that's what counts. But if you really don't believe it, I really need you guys to start remembering why I believe it, and then you'll believe it. But work on your vision boards, and that'll help you believe it. Your hearts are beautiful. If you have a bad day, that's okay. We're human. It happens. But just don't stay there too long. Know that that tunnel, that light out of that tunnel is just waiting for you. So climb fast and hard to get out so you can become more useful to our world that's getting better each and every day. Just because you're working on yourself. Because if you work on yourself, someone else is going to believe that they can work on themselves and be better. You might end up running into somebody who's severely depressed and might help them out of their depression, even if it's just for a moment, even if it's just for a month. You've done your best and you've done your duty. You are beautiful. Never, ever let yourself or anyone else tell you differently. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. Thanking you guys for giving me a little bit of your time. Check the links down below if you ever want to learn more about Be the Difference, what we're about. If you want to purchase any books, definitely look below. Make sure you are liking, subscribing, sharing, turning on your notification bell, ding, ding, dings, and giving thumbs up as much as you can. I will see you guys tomorrow between 7 and 9. And remember, guys, you are beautiful. There's nothing about you that is worthless. Just know that. Believe that. And until then, this is Joy signing out from Hello World. See you guys soon.